Hello YouTube, this will be a quick video about performance in the Excel Checkbook and what you can do to improve performance. Now, one of the ways that you most likely experience maybe a little bit of a delay or a lag is during data entry. So for example, if I were to put in a new entry in here, and I'll just pick a particular date, start to type in an entry, I'm going to use my right arrow key to go over, and I'm on a pretty fast computer, so I'm not experiencing a significant delay. But depending on your computer, you might experience just more of a significant delay as you're doing your data entry. Now, one of the reasons that you might experience some delay will be just because of the very large number of formulas in the spreadsheet. So, for example, if we go to the review menu choice, under Workbook Statistics, the Excel Checkbook, particularly the 2026 version, there's over 115,000 formulas in the spreadsheet. The previous 2025 version has a similar number, a little bit less, but still a very significant number of formulas. Now, one of the things I do want to suggest is to actually not use the check performance button. That's already been done throughout the spreadsheet to optimize it, and the remaining things that will typically be brought up, if you do an optimize on those, it will change some formatting that will be actually undesirable. So I don't recommend using that particular workspace performance thing. But here are some things that you can do. The first will be a super quick thing that you can do, and then we'll look at some other tactics that involve actually either resizing a large number of the register tables to be much smaller in case you don't use them, and some other things. And before we make any changes, I do want to stress, do not delete any existing register worksheets. If you do, it will break the dashboard and reports, because all of that is based on Excel Power Query, and Excel Power Query has been configured to always look for all of the register worksheets in your spreadsheet and to compile the results. So if you happen to have deleted a register worksheet, while there is a way to go into Excel Power Query and resolve that issue, again, I just recommend not deleting any register worksheets. So the first very quick thing you can do is here under the Formulas menu, there's a button toward the end for calculation options. By default, Excel is always in automatic mode for calculating everything. You can temporarily switch to manual calculation mode, and as a quick test, as you start to do a sample data entry, you'll likely find that it is suddenly incredibly fast, and you can just do a couple quick entries to simulate that. Now, because I'm in this manual calculation mode, you'll notice that suddenly you'll see these green triangles. I'm seeing a line through the balance, and what it's telling me is that it has not done any calculations because it's in manual calculation mode, but there is a calculate now button, and it then will go ahead and immediately do a calculate. So again, that is a really quick, easy way to get immediate performance boost out of the Excel Checkbook spreadsheet. And at any time, of course, you can go back to the calculation options button, turn it back to automatic so that it is always calculating any formula during data entry. Now, you could also experiment with the partial. I personally don't find a significant difference in partial calculation mode versus automatic, but again, based on the speed of your computer, you might find it worthwhile. And also, if you find that being able to easily toggle the calculation options mode on and off is a good fix for you, you may want to add that as a quick access button. So Excel, Microsoft Word, and other Microsoft apps have a way to customize your quick access toolbar. So for example, if I click on that little drop down right there and go to the More Commands option, we can add additional buttons to the quick access toolbar area. And so here under the area that you want to choose commands from, if you tell that you want to look at commands under the Formulas tab, you'll then see calculation options as a choice. Tell to add it over here to your quick access toolbar, click OK, and now you've got this little button up here to just quickly get to that without having to actually go visit the Formulas menu. So again, as an example, if I click up here, I can say, hey, temporarily I'm going to switch to manual mode, and I can quickly do different transactions into my my register, and it's quite quick to put those in. But again, I've got the indication that calculations have not happened, and so I can go up there and tell it to go back to automatic mode at any point. Okay, so what if you don't want to resort to turning the calculation mode off and on? Are there some other things that you can do? Yes, there are. Now, the reason that this spreadsheet has got so many thousands of formulas is related to the size of the tables for each register. So, for example, I'm in the first register. It's considered to be register 1. Under the table design menu, there's an option here to resize the table. And you'll see that the very first register has got a little bit over 5,000 rows. So in this one register, there's the potential actually for well over 10,000, 15,000 formulas. So for example, the balance column is a formula all the way down all 5,000 rows. The category column and the type column also have the formula that repeats all the way down all 5,000 rows. You get the idea of just how quickly the number of formulas can add up. Now, with that in mind, one tactic would be to reduce the size of one or more tables and registers as a way to dramatically reduce the number of formulas in the spreadsheet. Now, in the case of the Excel checkbook for 2026, there are a total of 12 register worksheets. So, for example, if I go to the List Sheets button and go to the very last register 12, now this register, if I go visit the table design choice, is intentionally much smaller. It's only 50 rows, and that was done on purpose to try to help reduce the number of formulas, with the idea that it's unlikely that most people would want to be using that many registers in the spreadsheet. So with that information in mind, let's consider some of the other register worksheets. So let's say, for example, that maybe you're using the first 4 register worksheets, but not beyond that. So if we go to register 5 as an example, go to the table design menu. This register is currently configured to have 1,000 rows in it. And of course, 1,000 rows times at least 3 different columns worth of formulas, you get the idea. We're now talking about at least 3,000 or more formulas just in this one register worksheet. So one of the tactics that we could do is just dramatically reduce the number of rows in any unused register. Because again, we don't want to delete the register worksheet. It'll cause errors in the dashboard and reports. But if I get my cursor here at the end, let's say we just make it 10 rows of registers, what you'll suddenly see is just all of these errors from the formulas that used to be here that are no longer functioning. And so what I would then do next is I would recommend actually clicking your mouse on that very last row so that the whole row is selected. And then for myself personally, I find the keyboard way of doing this fastest. You hold down your shift key and then start either using your up arrow key or page up. Again, I'm not letting go of the shift, but I'm doing shift page up until I get toward the top. So again, I'm still holding on to my shift key, hitting the page up multiple times. Now that I'm getting close, I'm just going to go back to using the up arrow key. Now that I'm highlighting all of those rows, I'm going to do a right click and tell it to delete. And I now have a very short but clean register worksheet. Now, what if you change your mind later on? Absolutely, you can just go back to table design, tell it to resize that table, tell it, how many rows you want. I'll just make it 20 as a quick example. And the good thing is that the formulas will just automatically repopulate into those rows. Okay, so I hope that made sense. So again, you could, visit any unused register worksheet, visit that table design, resize it, dramatically reduce it in size, and then just clean up, delete all those value error rows that you see as a result of reducing the size of the table. So that will certainly have an impact on the number of formulas. I have already reduced it by 7,000 formulas with just a quick couple examples. Now, the very last thing that I will mention, and I will go back to let's say the very first checkbook register here. One of the few functions being used that is considered a volatile function and does impact performance, it is the function called today. So the formula for calculating today's balance is making use of this function called today. And again, Excel considers it a volatile formula function that does impact performance. Now, I would rather not get rid of the handiness of having this formula for computing today's balance. And again, as a quick reminder, if I have a future entry in the spreadsheet, and the idea is that the future balance will show, well, based on a future entry, your balance is going to be X, Y, and Z, but today's balance is this. So if you did want to, though, you could actually just totally delete that cell and text, and that will also make a modest performance improvement. So those are some different tips and tricks for improving performance, and I hope that helps.